This New York Giants forgotten offensive weapon is poised to have a monster season. Let's talk about it. My name is Paul, and this is Big Apple Sports. Tune in daily for all things Giants, news, insights, analysis. If you're a fan of the New York Giants, this is the channel for you. Don't miss out. Take just a quick second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We got a lot more Giants content coming. So, let's talk some Wandale Robinson. Now, his first couple years in the league, it's just screen. And, there's a time and a place for a screen pass, and the dude is crazy fast and elusive, and it's good to find opportunities to get the ball in his hands. But I think this year he is going to be even more than that. And, looking in training camp this year, you've kind of been seeing that. I unfortunately can't show this video or YouTube will, take it down. But he has had some amazing catches deep down the field. He's discussed how he can be more than just a screen pass guy. And I think they're actually going to try to push him deeper down the field this year. And he's definitely getting some national attention. Now, looking at this article, obviously, this is fantasy sports, not the real NFL. But I do believe this is a good breakdown of why he's going to be so productive for the Giants this year. Just talks about, the guy gets so many receptions and is so good at separating and moving in space. And I think this new offense with Russell Wilson and another year of Malik Neighbors is really going to unlock Wandale's ability to be even better than he's been. And looking at his numbers last year, these are nothing to slouch at. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games where he got at least 8 targets. He's a huge part of the offense. And then obviously the one big thing you see is his average yards per reception is not great. But what Russell Wilson can do that Daniel Jones couldn't or Tommy DeVito is he can throw the ball downfield. If you watch the Steelers at all last year, they had Justin Fields their first few games, and it was just dink and dunk. But then when Russell Wilson got there, it unlocked a new aspect of the Steelers' offense because he was actually able to put touch on the deep ball and put it over the top to George Pickens. And I think with a quarterback who can put it over the top for Malik Neighbors and Darius Slayton and even Wandale Robinson, because he's going to, have a little more depth to the target this year, I think that's going to unlock the screen game even more. And instead of these games where he's averaging 3, 4, 6 yards per catch, you're going to see more 8, 9, 10 yard per game averages for Wandale Robinson. And it's so important to have a guy like him in the offense because it's in some ways it's almost like an extension of the run game, and it really spreads out the defense. I think the O-line is going to be improved this year, especially if Andrew Thomas can get healthy, but I think the depth is there as well to at least be a decent unit. And if all your run game is pounded up the middle, it might work with Cam Scatterby. The dude's a beast. But I think being able to spread the defense out and know, they can hit Wandale on the quick screens and he can take it 8, 9, 10 yards, no problem. It really helps it helps the offense not have to face these stacked boxes up the middle. So I think it's going to be big time. I think Wandale is in for a monster year. I think another 90-catch season is completely doable, but instead of only about 700 yards, I think 900,000 yards is completely realistic for him. And like I said, I think Russell Wilson is a big part of that. And I know a lot of people like to make fun of Russ, and he's definitely not what he once was when he was a Super Bowl winning quarterback. But his numbers are nothing to slouch at last year. 2,500 yards, 16 touchdowns to only 5 picks. He's reached a point in his career where, yeah, he's lost a step. He's no longer as fast as he once was. But he is good at just like getting the ball in his playmaker's hand and making the big throw downfield. And I think these numbers are especially impressive considering who he was throwing to. Like, George Pickens is good when he's not trying to fight everybody in the world, but he is not Malik Neighbors. And then after Pickens, like, his next best target was Pat Freiermuth, the tight end, and then Calvin Austin, who's kind of like a poor man's Wandale Robinson, and then it's your running backs. And like, beyond that, no, like, they only had 3 guys go for more than 300 yards, or I guess 4, but one of them was a running back and he barely got there. But like, this is not as good of a receiving core as what the Giants have. So I think we're going to see a better version of Russell Wilson this year. I think we're going to see a better version of Malik Neighbors. He's going to be catching more deep balls, and I think that like downfield passing game that the Giants are going to have this year is really going to open up Wandale Robinson's ability to take these screens farther and have less pressure on the line of scrimmage. And then that in turn, like, if the screen game is opened up more, then that's when you get a corner start to creep up, and next thing you know, Wandale Robinson double moves him and he's going downfield and hitting the big play himself. So I think there's just going to be a lot of options in this Giants offense. I don't want to sleep on my guy Darius Slayton. I think he's going to be the clear wide receiver number 3 in this offense this year. But he's still, like, if your wide receiver 3 is just consistently putting up 700-yard seasons, a handful of touchdowns, like, that is solid production. And it's going to open up the running game more. It's going to, there's just going to be more options on offense, which is going to make the defense have to spread out and not be able to key in as much on Malik Neighbors. And then, I'll link it at the end of the video. Yesterday, I put out a video talking about just how good this Giants defense and specifically pass rush is going to be this year. I think this is easily a top 10 defense in the NFL. And they don't need their offense to be, the 2007 Patriots. Like, if they can put up 20 to 24 points a game, they're going to win a lot of games because of their defense. And I think with Russ being able to unlock a new level of Wandale Robinson and an improved O-line, and hopefully Scadaboo is every bit as much of a beast in the pros as he was in college. Like, I think this offense can be more than just average, and I'm excited to see it. Obviously, they got to stay healthy. Andrew Thomas has struggled with that. Neighbors has been down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about him yet. But Giants fans, let me know what your thoughts are. You think Wandale's in for a big year? Give me some stat predictions for him, and we'll catch you next time. Don't miss out. Like and subscribe. Got a lot more Giants content coming.